speaker comes from the beautiful city of Perth in Western Australia. She has been a business owner for many years, creating and managing 4 successful businesses, as well as a consultant for 14 years, helping companies and individuals around the world to achieve extraordinary success. Her business savvy and passion has won her many fans over the years, and we are fortunate to have this dynamic business leader today to share with us a new and powerful global business platform that is transforming the old normal to the new paradigm in today's ever changing and challenging global economy. Please welcome our speaker, Bev Perth.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I just want to thank you for taking the time to come on this webinar this morning. And I'm just really believing that if you open your heart and your mind, you might just find that there's something in this webinar that could be for you. Before we get started, I'd just like to share my background a little bit. I started life off as a nurse. Unfortunately, it wasn't something that I enjoyed, and I realised that there was something more that I wanted to do. So I went into traditional businesses, and once again, just felt so trapped. It was like there was no way out. Being your own boss is one thing, but it does leave you very time poor. So then I decided that maybe corporate had the answer for me. So I did go and work in corporate. I did that for 14 years. I did love my job, I must admit, but once again, there was something missing. I always felt like I was being put in a box and I just couldn't reach my potential, and I was always looking for something more. So when this platform came along for me, I got very excited on one hand and very like, oh my goodness, I don't think I could do this. And it wasn't until I really looked into it and found out more about it that I realized that, you know, anyone can do this. It was just a matter of understanding how it actually worked. So today we're just going to go through and I'm going to talk about the amazing biotech products. We're going to show you the fabulous business and what that could mean for you. And at the very end, I'm going to interview some very special people who saw this business and who took it and decided that Jeunesse was going to be the way that they were going to find everything they wanted in life. So let's start, and just give me 1 minute and I'll get this happening. Fantastic. So what was this business that I saw 1 year ago now? It's very exciting. Its name's Jeunesse, and actually Jeunesse means youthful. And this is what it's all about. This is what we want, a business that's actually at the cutting edge, the biotechnology, that has the product that people are looking for, that's really going to take us, you know, into the next 10 years of a business that can actually change everything we do and everything we know about life. So what's happening in the world? I think we can all see that there has been a real change in the last 10 years. I know when I was younger, people got a job and they had that job for maybe, you know, 20, 30, 40 years. There was a lot of job security in those days. And I guess these days we don't have that anymore. People are put on contracts. That contract may be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. There's a condition now that actually a wife and a husband both have to go out to work just to support their family. And some of these people are fly-out workers that for 26 of the weeks of the year, they aren't even home. You know, technology has made a massive difference to the way we see the world. You know, the dot-com revolution has changed everything. Globalization, the world is just like a small village at the moment, and you can reach out and talk to anyone in the world at any time, day or night, just like we're doing at this very minute. And we're living in a new economy. Things are changing. There has been a paradigm shift. And what we were experienced at one time, businesses that were thriving at one time, no longer exist because of technology and the changes that are happening. It's a very exciting time to be in the world. It's a very exciting business to be in. So when I first got started, for me, it was finding out, you know, what was the infrastructure like? You know, who were the people who actually, you know, brought this into being? And I was so excited when I found out it's Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis. Now, this couple have been around in this type of business for about 40 years. Their experience is second to none. Randy Ray is a true visionary. He has a degree in computer science, and Wendy Lewis has a degree in math. She's a mathematician and she's also a statistician. So when Randy saw this product, he got very excited. He knew that there was a wave, there was a trend. And in the next 10 years, this anti-aging industry was going to boom. This is a $1 trillion industry that we're looking at that's going to become the next 10 to 20 years. It's totally exciting. And we're on the threshold. We're on the wave. Wendy is amazing. She did back offices, or what we call set up compensation plans for companies, all over the world. So she knew when Randy came home with the idea, they came out of retirement and decided, let's give this a go. Let's see what we can do with this anti-aging product. Scott Lewis is amazing. He's a young man. He's a visionary. He actually very much saw what could be done as well. I love the fact that Scott has a real heart. He loves the fact that, this is an even playing field for anyone. If anyone jumps on board this opportunity, anyone can succeed from any walks of life if you're willing to do the work and follow the systems. So to take one company into 130 countries in just over 6.5 years is pretty phenomenal. I told you I had traditional businesses, and as for me to even consider to take my business over to the other side of Australia was a lot of hard work. I needed a lot of resources, and I just wasn't prepared to do all that investigation into having it done. This is why Jeunesse is so fantastic. It's already done this for us. It's gone into 130 countries. That makes our business totally global. We just have to reach out and share this opportunity with the people in these countries. The DSA, what is the DSA? Well, it's called a Direct Selling Association. Now, to be part of this, you have to actually be a company of great integrity and have products that really are ethical. This is exactly what Jeunesse is. And when I first got started, we were ranked what we call number 38. In 1 year, I saw this company jump to number 18. Now that's truly incredible, because we stand amongst industry giants, companies that have been around for 10, 20, and 30 years. So to jump 20 ranks in one short year is truly a phenomenal feat. We're also a history-making company. Last year, we did $1.1 billion worth in sales. I mean, that's similar to what Google and Facebook and Amazon have taken they've taken maybe 6 years to do that. To do that in 1 year is really putting our company in a category all of its own. This year, we're on track to do $2 billion worth of sales. I mean, I don't know about you, but I often say this webinar, but I'm still getting excited every time I hear that. 1.1 billion to 2 billion. I mean, that's doubling. That's incredible. And so, what would drive $1.1 billion worth of sales? It would have to be a fantastic product. I mean, a lot of this business, you must understand, is word of mouth. People referring, people telling other people how good the products work. So to $1.1 billion worth of sales is pretty amazing. We don't advertise, we don't do anything like that. This is just one person saying to another, you know what, I found something. This is a secret. So, I get very excited. They're biotechnology products. They're cutting edge. They're revolutionary. Anti-aging is an industry that everyone's looking at. Everyone wants to stay youthful, both men and women, young and old. All cultures, everyone has a desire to stay as young as they can for as long as they can. So the company's attracted amazing doctors, and Dr. Nathan Newman is one of those. He's on our medical advisory board, and he's also the world leader in stem cell technology formulation. He's highly sought after in the anti-aging industry, and we're so lucky and blessed that we have him on board with us. So what Dr. Nathan Newman has done, which is truly incredible, he discovered that from adult human stem cells, he could derive what we call growth factors. These growth factors are so important in our products because it is biotechnology, it's cutting edge, it's revolutionary. Other products do have growth factors, but none have 200 growth factors. And many products, when they say they have growth factors, are actually derived from plants, not from human stem cells. So you can see right there, we have a point of difference. And it's around these points of difference and what makes our product so unique that certainly sets Jeunesse apart as a business to be in. So what are growth factors, you may ask, like I did. To me, skincare was skincare, and I would judge it on what it did on my skin within about a 5 to 1 week period. If it didn't change much, then I think it wasn't really worth doing, continuing with that product. So I had to investigate a little bit for myself. What were growth factors? I was blown away when I found out. Growth factors are actually chemical messengers that actually go down to our cells, that very deep layer, to actually tell our cells to start rebuilding collagen and to start rebuilding elastin. I'm 60 years old. I didn't have a lot of collagen left in my skin, and I knew it because of all the aging signs that I was having, the lines, the sagging skin. So when I saw this product and when I realized what it did at that deep level of cell, at that cellular level, I got pretty excited because I could see myself growing new collagen at age 60. That's pretty phenomenal. So unlike other products, as I was saying, all those products on the shelves that when you put on your face are great for about 5 minutes until it wears off. It does retain the moisture, but that's about all. This is working at that deep level all the time. Every time we put this product on our face, it improves our skin. Every time it rejuvenates, it regenerates and repairs. This is the range of products, and they do work in synergy, and they're very, very powerful. You only need a tiny bit. You know, we often talk about the growth factors, but today I just want to share, like, there's alpha and beta hydroxy acids in this product. There's vitamins A, B, C, and E. I mean, truly, when you look at a product range and you look at the other ingredients other than the growth factors, it's absolutely extraordinary. You know, these alpha and beta hydroxy acids, you know, beauticians rave about these in products, and truly they really do help to break down that top layer of your skin, to really help start the process of rejuvenation. So it's not just one with the growth factors, it's all the ingredients which make these products so natural and so beautiful to use. Any skin color can use these products, any age. If you're young, be proactive, get onto it now, start saving your skin now. If you're my age, you know, we can help, we can really start to combat aging. It's very, very exciting. But, you know, a great company always does third-party laboratory studies. You know, they want to prove, it's not just a hearsay, they want to prove that these products do actually work. And 100% recommended these products to family and friends. Now, does this tick the box for you if you're looking for a business that 100% of people would say, you know, get onto these products, they're amazing? 87% felt that their skin looked younger. 87% felt an improvement in skin smoothness and luminosity. And 74% felt an improvement in skin firmness. You know, for me, I got pretty excited because within 5 days, now I know results vary with everyone, but within 5 days, my skin just really absorbed these products and loved them. People will ask me, what have you done? You look younger. Your skin doesn't look so dry. Even my husband, who unfortunately doesn't notice a lot about me, even he said to me, what have you done to your skin? You really look different. My skin got plumped up. I could actually see the fine lines and the deep lines decreasing, just as in these photos, as you can see this lady here taken under a special camera to allow us to see at that very deep level what was going on her skin. As you can see on the left side, the deep lines there are the navy blue lines. On the right side, she has they're a lot less, they're fewer. So you can just see after 56 days of this product on her skin, she had a 65% decrease in her deep lines. That's amazing. And gentlemen, you know, they want to stay young as well. You know, women aren't the only ones who want to be youthful. Men are on the bandwagon. They want to keep themselves young and youthful just as much as women do. And you know that by the amount of companies that are putting out products for men, because men have this desire as well. And as you can see, his fine lines, an absolute decrease, 52% decrease in his fine lines in that before and after photo. Now here's Winnie. Winnie's a lovely, lovely lady. She was a very, very brave lady, I must say. When she's one of the founders, one of the first people to put the serum on her face in this company. And you can see she had a massive result comparing her left side of her face to her right side of her face. Now, Winnie's very brave. I don't know whether I would have been able to do that. People were actually saying after 10 weeks, Winnie, what's happened? Have you had a stroke? There was such a massive difference. But that was on the outside. What was happening on the inside? And Winnie had a friend. He was a doctor. He was a skin cancer specialist. And he said to Winnie, like, let's see what's going on the inside. Does this product really work like they say that it does? And as you can see there, on the right side, Winnie's skin's quite inflamed. She actually has no collagen. On the left side of her face, you can see those white lines. They're sort of like white bumps coming up. That's actually collagen. That's baby collagen that's actually starting to regenerate. I mean, seriously, like, to grow collagen at that age, I think Winnie was 62 when she started on this course. You can just see what it's done. But what I love about Winnie's story more than ever, at 62, Winnie had a light bulb moment. She saw that this could change her life financially as well. So straight away, she got onto the business side of this, which we're going to talk about in a minute. That's exciting. Not only did she have the fabulous result for her skin, but it's also changed her life, physically and financially. Reserve, what an amazing product this is. I think 1.8 million sachets of this Reserve was sold last year. I don't know the statistics for this year, but that's pretty amazing, isn't it, to have all these sachets being put into people's bodies all around the world. It has cherry juice, grape extract, aloe vera, pomegranate, green tea, blueberry, and acai berry. Amazing ingredients in themselves. But what Reserve has that really does set this apart from any other product on the market, it has 185 milligrams of resveratrol. Now, resveratrol is absolutely a miracle. I'm not going to go into all of the details of it, because you really do yourself a favor and go Google it for yourself, resveratrol. It actually unlocks the miracle of the body. What it does is it combats aging from the inside. And the fact that it's in a gel formation means that it gets into our bloodstream within a short 5 minutes, and 90% of the ingredients are absorbed into our bloodstream. As we get older, I hate to say it, but we actually start to rust. I have a very visual imagination, and I could see that not only was my body aging on the outside, but I could just feel that my body was starting to actually break down a little bit also on the inside. So I could see that my body started to rust. And so what resveratrol does, it actually helps combat that rusting. It fights free radicals. It actually changes our body on the inside. This is a must. This product is an absolute must. And do yourself a favor, find out more about it, because it could really change your life. There are a lot of products in our range. We have the Affinity, which is based on Nobel winning prize technology. We have the AMs and PMs. Absolutely masterful product that really does help with sleeping as well as anything else. The Zen, which is our weight management range, instantly ages, which can transform those lines around your eyes and stay that way for 8 minutes, for 8 hours, which is truly amazing, and our amazing Nevo drink. So there are a lot of products in the range, but we only did have time to share a few of them. But depending on what country you're in and what products are available, get back to the person who put you on this webinar, and they'll be able to tell you what's available in your country and a bit more about all of those products. So what was for me when I saw this business, like I was saying, I had traditional businesses and a lot of money was going out, but not a lot of money was coming in. So, money that did come in was very dependent on me. I had to be the person there. I was the main person. I had staff, but it was very dependent on me. I was everything. I was the accountant. I was the marketer. I was advertiser. I was everything. So, when I saw this 6 streams of income, it did appeal to me. And today when we go through this, you might not understand it all, but please get back to that person, because they can explain it in more depth to you. We are on a time limit here, and it can sometimes get a little bit confusing to try and work out these 6 streams of income. But I'm going to go through them quickly today and just give you a little glimpse into what's possible. So our first way we call retail profit. Now, when you enter the business, and it costs in Australia, it's $38.05. I think in the US, it's $49.95. And in Europe, it's in euros. And whatever country you're in, you can find out by the person who puts you on the webinar. But what is really incredible about this, for that small amount of money, you're given your own website, $1 million plus website. That's exciting in itself. So you get this lovely website, and also what you get is what we call our back office. It's like a business suite. This is where all the big decisions are made. This is where the money is taking place, the changing of money, the deliveries, everything that you would want is all organized into this amazing business suite. All the worry of that is taken out of your hands. So someone might look at you and say, you look different, what are you using? And you might suggest a serum. They decide that they want to go and get that at the retail price. They can jump on your website and order that, and it's going to cost them $137.95 retail. You're going to get a profit of $52. Now, you don't have to worry about running around delivering it to that person. You don't have to worry about taking their money or giving them change. It's all done for you. that's the incredible part of this. You're just going to sit back, they're going to buy it, and then you're going to get $52 in what we call your ISA wallet or your bank account, whichever you prefer. Can you see how simple that first way of making money is? The second way is called our new customer acquisition bonus. Now, some people want more than one product. They get excited. They want to try all of them. So we would probably suggest to them that they would go on a basic pack, which actually, costs around about $190, $9 to $214 there, as you can see. But you get a customer acquisition bonus of $25. That's the company saying, thank you for introducing that person to us. Thank you for the referrals. And they're really appreciative of that. Now, when I saw the business, I wasn't quite sure whether I wanted to do it or not. But I thought, in my traditional business, it's cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars to get into that. So maybe just getting into the business pack would be fabulous for me if I decide to do it. I couldn't get over how small amount of money I had to pay to have a business that could generate me a lot of money if I put in the work. So I decided to go with the bigger pack, the ambassador pack. And that gave the person who introduced me into the business a $200 commission. So you can see how this works. Depending on what pack people want to get into the business, at what level, you will get a bonus. The third way is the team commissions. Now, this does get a little bit exciting because this is when it sort of gets a bit out of your control, because you never quite know who's going to get into your business and what country they're going to be in, because remember, we are global. So this is what I love. This is very exciting. So when I decided to get into the business, people were asking me what I'd done to my skin, what I was doing, and I shared it with them. They decided they wanted to come on the journey with me. So I put one of them on my left and one of them on my right. This actually started my whole business center happening. And each product we talked about actually has what we call a point value. So whenever any buying or selling takes place underneath in your business center, it generates points up through to you. This is exciting because I actually introduced a lady. She introduced another lady. And before you know it, my business was in Scotland and England, and we're actually in France as well, and Malaysia. So all of these people are just starting to join our business. This is called my business center. And as everyone was buying and selling, it generated the points. So when I had 600 points on one side and 300 on the other side, I actually got $35 US. Now, this can happen when you're asleep. This can happen when you're on holidays. This can happen at any time, night or day. You're generating this $35 US as a cycle. This is exciting. I like to sort of, if you can take your imagination to your Facebook, when you post a photo on Facebook, how your friends like it, and then their friends like it, and before you know it, your photo's gone around the world. It's a little bit like this. This is how this business works. So there'll be people in your business that you don't even know. It's because not necessarily who you know, but who do other people know. That's the fun. That's the excitement, to wake up and have people in your business that you don't even know where they come from or why they're there, except you know that they saw something and they got on board. This company is fantastic. They allow you to do 750 team commissions per week, which is $26,250 US. Now, I can see if you're anything like me that you might be thinking, whoa, that's a lot of money. But you know what? What's really, really exciting about this is it's actually going to be someone on this call at the end who's actually is reaching that amount of money, a real person having those real results. That's exciting. So the next way is leadership matching bonus. So when I introduce those people, as I've told you, into the business, and that can be as many people as I like, depending upon what ranking I've achieved in this company, I'm going to get 20% of whatever they do. So if you can imagine Mary, I've introduced Mary, and she's on $1,000 a week, I'm going to get $200 of that. That's pretty exciting. And why do I get that? Because I've helped Mary. I've helped Mary to make that money. And that's what this business is all about, helping others to make money. Unless you help them, no one's going to make money in this business. So what an honor and a privilege it is to be able to help people that you love or people that you've just met, help them make money and change their lives. So Mary introduced Fred, and Fred here is my level 2. I get 15% of his business, and then level 3, 10%, and so it goes on. Of course, depending upon what ranking I've achieved in the company. Can you see how powerful this way, this leadership matching bonus is? It's a very, very powerful way to make money. So the fifth way is our customer acquisition incentive. So on our level 1, if we have 5 customers who order regularly, we're going to get 25%. If we have 10 customers who order regularly, we're going to get 30% on that level 1. It doesn't matter how many people that you enroll on your level 1, you can have as many as you like. And if you're going to get that 20% bonus. Our 6th way is called our diamond bonus pool. Now, as I just said, I can't wait to interview the people on our panel today, because one of those have reached the status, they're a diamond. So what's happening, she is earning 3% of the company CV, which is paid quarterly to qualified diamond directors. That's 3%. Remember before I said we had $1.1 billion in sales last year? That's 3% of the company CV. I mean, I haven't even done those figures yet, but I can just imagine what it would feel like to have that money coming in quarterly. Pretty impressive, isn't it? You know, there's 6 ways to earn money. And what I love about it is you choose, you know, depending on how much money you want. When I first got into this business, it wasn't a lot. I just wanted to make our life a little bit more comfortable. It was actually $464 I wanted to make each month to pay a little bit more off our mortgage. You know, I surpassed that quite quickly. And it's just amazing, you know, how your goals change and how you set your ideas higher, and nothing, you know, in the end, you just think, you know, you can do whatever you want. You put in the work, then nothing is impossible. Another fabulous thing that they have is they have lots of trips on offer. You can win lots of free trips with everything paid for. The personal growth is amazing. And once again, each of the panelists at the end, you know, have all had a personal growth experience. It's a global opportunity. Everything is available in this company if you want it. You know, sometimes we have to think that there has been a bit of a paradigm. Things are shifting in our world today. You know, it's up to you whether you want to stay where you are or whether you feel like it's time for you to have a shift. Now, I know there's a lot of people on this call thinking, you know, this is maybe too good to be true. It's not for you. You can't imagine yourself doing this. You know, those thoughts crossed my mind too, exactly. But I saw if I kept on going the way I was going, would be no change in 5 years. I would be stressed out. I would have lost my family to the fact that I was never home. I had no time. I always felt like I was on a wheel going around and round and getting nowhere. You know, so I did take the chance because I knew the products worked. I knew they were cutting edge, and I knew this is what people were looking for. This biotechnology, the latest trend, everything that people are wanting. It was global. I knew if I could get onto that bandwagon and start to reach out to people in other countries, that nothing was anything was possible by just reaching out to these companies and having a global business, something that I'd only dreamed about. It would give me the flexibility, it would give me time freedom. What I love most of all is that, you know, you join a global community. You know, you reach out, you get into the business, straight away people are reaching out saying, how can I help? There's a system to follow. You're not on your own. It's not like a business where you just join up and then you're just left to your own devices. We show you the ropes. We show you how to do this. And if you're willing to put in the work, you know, you really can achieve what you want. It's another way, whether it's $300 a week or whether it's $300 a month, whatever it is, you know, you can actually see that it gives you new hope and it gives you opportunity. So I get pretty excited now because now we're going to actually come to a place where we're going to start to speak to some of those panelists that we talked about. So this is very, very exciting. Let me see. Uh-oh, I think I've done something here. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you for our people in the background. Okay, this is a very exciting part of the morning, and I think a lot of you just hang in there and wait. You know, listen to me for a little while, but you can't wait for this part to begin. So I'm going to go now to Nebraska, and we're going to talk to a lady that I have only met through these webinars, but every time I hear her story, I've become great friends with you. Oh, hi, Barb, there you are. Barb Dawson from Nebraska. How are you going?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me on tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Barb, you know, I know your story, and I should imagine a lot of people have heard that, you know, you were in real estate with your husband and you're still doing that, and you're in insurance. But there was a bit of a hiccup in your goals to your retirement. I just wonder if you could share that hiccup with what happened and why you sort of changed directions a little bit.
Well, I would love to share because, for us, this was really something that was meant to be. It was over 6 years ago, and I was introduced to Jeunesse. And like you said, we have been running our own real estate and insurance agency now for nearly 40 years. And it's been great. But along those 40 years, of course, we were putting our money away for retirement. And when we had the financial crisis, that our retirement fund took a hard hit. And as Jeunesse came along, what I saw here was a platform so different from anything that I had ever done. And I just thought, wow, what if I could, work hard for the next few years and start building an organization that will pay us, leverage income for many years to come. And that's what I've done with Jeunesse. I love the products, as you said. I mean, they're fabulous. And if it wasn't for our great products, we wouldn't have the business that we have here today. So, with our founders that had the know-how and the experience to get our products around the world, we have a global opportunity here. It's just been really something that I never thought that I would have in my really my retirement years, because I didn't start till I was over 60 as well as you. And who would have thought, we'd be starting a new business?
Oh, Barb, I mean, when you say you're over 60, I just find that hard to believe because you just look so fabulous. I mean, you haven't got a line on your face. Um, what really, people probably don't sometimes grasp what we call like residual income. And when you're a real estate agent, if you're not there, you don't get paid. If you're not selling a house, you're not getting paid. So residual income and going into retirement, you know, is just too good to be true in my mind. It's like, wow, this is like, I'm getting paid and not actually having to go out and do it. So could you just share a little bit more, what residual income means to you?
Well, for us, as you said, when you're in sales, and it doesn't have to be real estate or insurance, any type of sales, those you're paid from transaction to transaction. And our company, we've been in like 4 states, and that requires a lot of travel and a lot of time, energy, and expense. And so when I saw what Jeunesse offered, I thought, wow, we can do this from our home. We can do it on the phone, talking to friends and relatives and so on. And now that we have this wonderful Zoom webinar, I mean, this just blows me away. You're in Australia, for crying out loud. Here I am in the middle of, the US. So it's just great. I mean, we can't do this, in our business, in our current business of real estate. I have to go and show properties. We travel. There's a lot of overhead. And the overhead that we have here is, guess what? We have cell phones, we have computers. The company does all the work for us. We just get paid to share what we love. And what we love is the products. The opportunity is probably obviously our best product, but how easy can it be to do this from the comforts of your home?
So true. And like you just said, the company is the products, it is the money, but it's a real people's business, isn't it? And I often say, when people ask me what I do, I say I'm in the people business, because I find that that's been the most exciting part for me, is meeting all the different people from all over the world. And I would never ever have met anyone. My world was very small. When I think about it, my world was very, very small. So it's not only expanded my business, but it's expanded me as a person, being able to meet all the people all over the world. Would you feel the same way for you, Barb?
Well, absolutely. And, I've said this many times. To me, the best part is you choose the people that you want to work with. I mean, you share what you have, what you're doing, the products are great. You share them with your friends. That, oh my gosh, it doesn't get any better than that, to go into business and to share business with the people that you really care about. And, for those of us in traditional business, that's not the case. You don't always get to work with the people that you really want to work with. You just you work with the people that you have to. So this is so different. And for me, I have my 3 daughters in the company as well. And gosh, that's so great. We travel together and we have fun together, but we work together as well. So I just think it's the best of all worlds. I really do.
That's fantastic, Barb. Thanks so much for sharing with us. I really do appreciate your time. So thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
My privilege. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now we're going to come all the way back to my country, Australia, and actually in my same city as me, Perth. And I'm going to introduce you to Leonie. Hi, Leonie. How you going?
Oh, I'm fabulous. I'm good. I love what Barb says too. This is our age group. You know, I probably look the older of all of us, but I'm trying to say wisdom's good too.
Oh, absolutely. And I just, I'm going to follow on that theme that, Barb was just saying about, we actually can choose who we work with. And we can actually, and I know, you've got your family involved in this business, which is very, it's just so fantastic for you. So I just want to share a little bit about the fact, I know that, you can just share a little bit about what you do and why where you see yourself going with this business.
Well, Bev, I've always been an entrepreneur. I've loved cutting edge things. I've always been a little different. So when I was given this opportunity, it worked for me. One, because traditional business, and like Barbara said, that's all the money you get, whereas you can do leverage with this. You can bring the family in. You never bring them into your traditional business very often because usually it doesn't work. But I've got my oldest sister and my other sister, and I've got Julie's daughter here alongside of me, Bronnie, which she's loving doing this. So, and my daughter and my son. So, it can be family business. And that's brilliant because they get their own money, financial rewards from it, as hard as they want to work. And then you don't have to go and do the training per se. They can go into the USGS and they can learn it properly. They can realise it's duplicable. So you can't say, well, look, this is how I do it and this is how I would have done it. No, you go, there is a system and systems work. And I haven't had to do it. At my age with the technology and all of that, I can go, here it is. You can go in your own time. You can learn it. I give them guidance and support. And then I've got my fantastic leaders like you and Marie and Cherry and all of those. And I go, they'll help me as well. You don't get that. I just think that that's the amazing thing.
I'm just going to pick up on something that you said, and it's about, your children being in the business. And we often talk about leaving a legacy for our children, which this business actually does. But I was just thinking then, like with them in the business, they're getting their own legacy. They're leaving a legacy for their children. So you're actually teaching, it's a process. You're teaching your children, so then your grandchildren, and on it goes, isn't it? That if we can instill this type of business platform into a whole new generation of people, it's like world changing.
It absolutely is. And, anti-aging, was just our age at one point. And of course, I love that because I can help with all that. But you know what? It starts with the younger ones. So they're seeing it. And then it's the platform for all ages. And to be able to work together, to be able to talk about the same thing, to be able to get these young ones into the anti-aging health process. And for me, that's what I've been all about, being able to help people. But this is not helping by me, Leonie. This is about helping with a platform and great products that can also help them, free them financially. And for me, that's all in the basket. And then, Bev, the end of it is what you said at the end of this webinar was that you can go and be paid for a cruise and holidays and paid for your work you do. That's what I want.
Oh, thank you. It means you were listening to me.
Oh, we were. Ronnie and I perched up here. We love listening to you. Because, Bev, each time it might be the same type of process, as they say, duplication, but you do put different things in it. And I think every time I'm on the webinar, of things that come through that someone may not have heard. So it's always about timing. And you seem to do it beautifully. You flow with just coming out with something where I go, oh, wow, yes, I haven't thought about that. And that's what this is about. All over the world, we're all joining in together and then coming out with our wonderful conversations.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for your time, Leonie. I'll let you go, and I'll see you on Wednesday night. Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the States, and we're going to meet a guy who I've come to know and who I totally think is truly amazing. He must be the busiest man on the planet. He's actually a pastor, but he's actually building this business as well. So he's got a lot on his plate. Are you there, Uzil?
Bev, how are you? Yes, I am. Good to see you.
Good to see you. You're looking wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bev. You always wonderful as well.
I know you've had a massive day, and it's getting late there. So I have mentioned to everyone that you are a pastor. So that's a little bit out of the mold. I think you may be the only pastor. Not really, I don't know. But I'm just thinking that, you know, it's sort of a bit out of the mold. And I was thinking, you know, a lot of people do know your story, how you got involved. But
Yeah.
I'm just thinking about that thing about every walk of life. This is open to every walk of life and every age.
Absolutely.
Would you just like to comment a bit on that?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Bev, for having me on. Yes, I mean, you know, I'm a pastor. I've been pastoring for going on 14 years now. And, you know, I grew up in a missionary home. So my parents were missionaries for 53 years. So there's a lot of things that, you know, I missed when I was a child. We lived a very limited life, you know. It was very, very difficult, very hard. The other day I said, joking around, well, during Christmas, but now, you know, I believe that companies like the ones we have, the one we're in, Jeunesse, has given us opportunities just to, you know, empower ourselves and really find purpose in life. You know, there's a lot of people that are just existing but not living, you know, and they exist on the cycles of life. You know, I wake up, I go to work, I go home, I wake up, I go to work, I go home. But, you know, platforms like Jeunesse, like our company, is amazing. They have given us the opportunity to really live and to really, you know, reach our goals, our dreams. And, you know, I travel to many places in the world. We hold leadership conferences in many places in Latin America, like Asia, Australia. You know, we talked about Perth before. And, you know, it's amazing to know that we can empower other people to do the same thing. It doesn't matter, you know, where they come from. It doesn't matter who they are. And this is amazing. I'm talking to a gentleman right now in Nigeria. And, you know, he sold everything just to join the company. And he's so excited about it. This guy was driving a tricycle. This is what he was doing. Yet he found out through our company the power that he has within. And he's unleashing so much potential now. He's like, oh my God, I didn't know I could really do this. So he's very excited. But yes, Bev, we're excited. And, you know, like we always say here, we don't only join a company, we join a family, and with great, great leaders that are empowering us on a, you know, on a weekly basis. Just like after this opportunity meeting, we have our leader, Samson Lee, just to do training and equip us and help us get to the places that they've already been to.
I think you, yeah, we can't wait for that training after this webinar.
Yeah.
I just thinking, you know, I know myself that I was in that, on that wheel going around and round and round.
Right.
And it was hard to jump off because I sort of didn't trust that it would be okay. And, you know, but I just sort of, once I took that step and took that leap and thought, you know what, I've got nothing to lose, everything can change. And I think, you know, there might be someone just sitting watching this and thinking, you know, that they don't think that they could trust the process, you know, and sometimes it is, do you agree that it's just like jumping in and saying, because it's such a small amount of money to get involved, sometimes it's just jumping in and just saying, you know what, I'm going to trust the process because I can't see myself getting where I want to go with what I'm doing now.
Right. Yes. And you know, I mean, who starts a global business with, let's say, the highest package here in the States? Who starts a global business with 1,050? I mean, it's crazy, you know, giving us the opportunity to make business in 130 countries. That is just amazing. But yes, there's so many people stuck in cycles and just hoping for opportunity like the way we have. And now we're able to give other people the same opportunities. So it's pretty amazing, Bev. I mean, we're so excited. I know my life and my family's life have changed completely. Um, we are just, being empowered and just moving forward and just so excited to see what else is happening. We have teams that we've built here in Los Angeles, in Latin America, Mexico and Costa Rica and Colombia and Brazil and now in Philippines. So a year and a half ago, I would have never thought that I would be able to do this. Yet, I didn't start from the business perspective at first. It was more for the product, looking for something my wife can use to better her skin condition. She had a 4-year skin condition. That is crazy. And in 3 weeks, we've seen a huge improvement with the serum. Hopefully one day I can share these pictures with her permission. But, our leader Samson was blown away when he's seen the pictures of before and after. And this is the type of company that we have. It's a serious, cutting edge technology, that we have our hands on, and it's amazing. So yes, Bev, it's just great to be here.
Oh, thank you so much, Giselle. If anyone's watching this, just your enthusiasm and excitement, they'd want to jump on board. So thank you so much for sharing with us, and I'll let you go. I know it's getting late there. So once again, thank you for your time.
No worries. Thank you, Bev. And I really believe, and I'll finish with this, Bev, that just what you were saying earlier, we got to give ourselves permission to prosper.
We do.
And like our leader, Kim Huey, says, step into the unknown. And this is it. This is the unknown. We have to step into places that we've never been to, but knowing that we have leaders that have already been there and they're showing us how to get there. So thank you, Bev. Have a good day out there in Australia, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Yuzil just, really nailed that, because sometimes it's stepping out and taking and just saying, you know what, I've got to do something different. I've got to change something. And in fact, once you step out and do that, you've got hundreds of people around who want to support you in that decision. So one lady who stepped out and jumped out and said, you know what, I can't keep on going on the way I am. I need to do something different. Is a lovely lady. We're going to go to Malaysia now. Is a lovely lady. Are you there, Ivy? Hello.
Yeah, hi, morning.
Good morning. Now, I'm just going to remind everyone we're talking about the diamonds and how what a diamond, how it does take a lot of work, Ivy, and we're not going to underestimate the amount of work that you've done. But how rewarding for you to be, in those elite people who have really worked hard and have achieved so much. And I just wonder, Ivy, what was the driving force behind that for you? Like, what made you want to do this business and work so hard?
Thank you, Bev, for having me here this morning. Hi, everybody. I'm Ivy Loh from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Okay, the only drive for me to pursue this business is all about my son. Because I am a single mom. My son is already 17 years old now. And before I joined Jeunesse, I was actually having a huge amount of debts with the bank. So I was actually at a crossroad, really do not know what to do. But in fact, when my friend June shared this platform with me, I was very skeptical. I didn't accept the opportunity immediately because I didn't really understand what is this business about, until my son has actually had this injury on the face, that he has an open wound that doctor said need a few stitches on his face. And I remember, the serum that Dr. Willem Amzalak actually shared with us when I was actually went to the office for the soft launch. And I quickly called June. And June arranged our double diamond, Samson Lee, to meet up with me again. And it was because of, I was open to the product. And then Samson actually did a great job that he was actually able to let me see the value of this business. And that was the reason that I jumped in, because I know if I didn't take up this opportunity, what more that I can do? If I go back to work for people with the kind of salary, I cannot survive. and I don't have money to start with another business. And yeah, from there, but after joining Jeunesse for a few months, I actually managed to settle my 6-figure debts in Malaysia. So that's how, nothing can stop me from then until now.
Ivy, just, I think sometimes our children become our real why, don't they? Because whether you're a single mum, dad, whatever, we always want our kids to do it a little bit better than what we did and not to have to struggle as hard. And so I think for anyone on the webinar watching today and you're wanting something more for your kids, but his education was really important too, wasn't it, Ivy?
Yes, it's really, really important.
Yeah.
Mm.
So obviously allowed you. Maybe he wouldn't have been able to have that education if you hadn't have found Jeunesse's platform. It really did give you the ability to be able to give your son things that you maybe thought were pretty well impossible.
That was a great 4.5 years ago when my son came to me and said that he wants to study in international school instead of the local government school. And you know what? I was very cruel that I told him that I can't afford. So I told him, you better, continue in government school because I cannot afford. But after that, at night, I was actually locked myself in the room and I was crying for myself that I was so useless. That a son actually, wanted a better environment to that Jeunesse came along, that I can proudly told him few months later after I joined Jeunesse and said, look, you can actually go to international school to further your study. And I can tell you, whenever I talk about this, I was very, very, the emotion is still there that I cannot imagine if I didn't take up Jeunesse. I will actually disappoint my son and I will never see, the growth, between two of us. Why did I say that? Because I always tell my son, to study hard is his responsibility. To, get the money is actually mine. And, in these few years, he actually, saw with his own eyes what kind of lifestyle that I am actually, able to provide. And when I told him that he can actually further his study in international school, he was very, very excited. And I told him, look, you have to start planning where do you want to further your study in overseas. I said, you have to go to overseas. He looked at me and said, Mom, I'm not going to leave you. I want to stay with you in Malaysia. But 2 years later, he came to me and said, Mom, I know where I want to go. I want to go to Japan. I was shocked. I was shocked and I said, what made you change your mind? I said, I thought you want to stay with me in Malaysia. He said, Mom, look, because you were broke, you do not have that kind of money. That's why I dare not dream. I dare not dream that, I do not dare to think that I can able to go overseas to further my study. But these 2 years, I see, your growth, especially your income. And it's actually gives me the confidence wherever I want to go, you can afford to send me to. So you see, that's why, I actually got a lesson from here. Being a parent, whatever decision we make, in a way, it actually affected our children. So, especially being a single parent, single mom in Malaysia is not easy. But I think, it takes a lot of courage for me to jump out from the box to think big.
Oh, look, Ivy, I just take my hat off to you because it's a big responsibility being a single mum. It's not easy because the kids are really looking at you for everything. And I just love that. What a visionary your son is. Well, what an mate to want to go to school international school in Japan of all places. So what a credit to you he is.
He actually into this graphic animation. I respected him I really respect my son that he has this dream since 13 years old that he never changed. But he really, wanted to compromise to further the study in Malaysia because of me. But now
Yeah.
because I'm able to provide, that's why he wants to go to Japan and further his study, and I'm very proud of him of that. And with Jeunesse business, because this is a global business, I can see myself building Jeunesse business in Japan. When my son is there next year, April, because he can speak Japanese, and
Wow.
he can write. So I told him that, yeah, you can actually become my B to become a bridge that I can actually build my Jeunesse business in Japan. And I want to be able, to be with him, more when he is overseas. Because I know a lot of parents, when they send their children to overseas, it's very hard for them to travel, to meet them, to visit them. And for the children to come back to visit the parents, you are talking about maybe once in a year or 2 years once because of the FA, the flight, everything. But I am able to do that because I want to spend most of my time with my son. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward, for that.
Honestly, you're an inspiration, Ivy, because there's a lot of single mums out there, unfortunately. And it is, I was a single mum once as well, and it's I know that it's not an easy journey. And I just really admire you, and I think the fact is that you were able to, Jeunesse allowed you to dream again. That allowed your son to dream again. And it's a ripple effect, isn't it? Because your son's going to have impact on other people as well. So that's what I guess I love about Jeunesse, is that ripple effect, that it goes and flows through everybody.
Yes, it is. It is because I think the most important thing is I want to, leave a business to my son whenever I'm not here anymore. When
Yeah.
I'm gone, at least he can have the kind of life freedom that he can pursue his passion in any industry that he has. He doesn't need to worry about the financial. I mean, that is the least that I can do. I can provide for my son because I don't want him to be like me, so I want him to really, really enjoy his life. I mean, that's my only hope because, yeah, being a parent, Beth, I think you know what I'm talking about here. So
Absolutely.
beside all this, beside having the income in here, to me, I really think that, USGS and Jeunesse is actually provide me a lot of personal growth here,
Yeah.
especially USGS. I
Ab-
mean, yeah, to me, I always share with people to join Jeunesse company is very easy now. But the question is, are you part of USGS family member?
yeah.
Because become USGS family member, I can tell you, you can learn a lot from all the great leaders. People like, our founder, USGS founder, Kim Hui. I mean, she can retire anytime now, right? She doesn't
Yeah.
need to, but she still travels so much, to many parts of the world to actually guide us, to help us to become, USD millionaire. And people like Samson, like Yvonne, there. Anyway, I'm very lucky to have all these people, become my mentor. They are always there to teach us, here, and also, in our financial, That's why, I really, really love this platform. That you see, before this, I do not know anybody outside Malaysia. But look,
Wow.
you guys are my friends. Wherever I go, I know you guys will take care of me. Same thing like whenever you guys come to Malaysia, we will take care, of you guys. So this is the culture that I really, really like about USGS. Yeah, like English is actually not my first language, Beth. Yeah, after joining Jeunesse, for the past 4.5 years, I realized that my English improved because of this global business that I need to pick up this.
That's amazing, isn't it? That's just so
Yes,
incredible.
yes,
And
yes.
you're right. I had that feeling too. I feel like when you're surrounded by the USGS, you actually feel like, and I've said it before, you feel like you've come home and you feel like you belong. And it's a human craving. I think that we all want to feel loved and cared for and belong, and you're getting that from fellow like workmates. You never get that in a corporate world or anywhere else. So it's such a blessing.
Exactly, Bev. Yes, yeah, we are very, very blessed. Yep.
Thank you so much for your time, Yvonne. You know, you're a diamond. You've done the hard work. You've made it, and you're just one of those real down-to-earth people who decided that they wanted something and went out and got it, which we're all capable of doing. So thank you so much for your time.
It's my privilege. Thank you, Bev. See you again.
See you soon. Bye. You know, we've just heard from people from all walks of life, you know, a single mum, a natural therapist, a pastor, you know, and a real estate agent who's who's going into retirement, all ages, all walks of life. This business is great for anybody. You know, sometimes like we were talking about, it's a step of faith. It's having a why. It's having something big enough beyond yourself that would make you want to step out and give it a go. And for the small amount of money it costs you to be in this business, it's really worth just taking that leap of faith. But right now, I'm very excited because stay online, because we've got Samson Lee, our amazing leader. He's going to give us a training session, which I always love and look forward to. So get out your notebooks and even record him on your phone, whatever you need to do. So I just want to welcome you, Samson, and thank you so much for taking out the time the next hour to give us some training.
Hello, Bev. Thank you for the introduction. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well, thank you. So we're looking forward to this very much.
Well, I'm very excited, and you know, fantastic presentation today. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Thank you so much, folks. Okay. Well, folks, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. This is Samson coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Wow, that was a fantastic hour of presentation and sharing about this incredible company called Jeunesse, and the people, the real people with their life-changing stories on this panel you just heard in the last 30 minutes. That's what makes me excited every day. I mean, I've got involved in Jeunesse at the very beginning of the company, and very, very fortunate in a way to get at that time, but maybe not so because it was hard at the beginning where nobody's used the product yet or nobody's made money yet. But having worked very hard with our USGS founder, Kim Hui, the first distributor in the whole company, and working closely with Randy, Wendy, and Scott, and growing this business country after country after country. Folks, let me tell you, this is the real thing. This is the real business. And I want to share some incredible information with you today that can possibly really change the way, hopefully, maybe the outlook you have on life. Or if you're in Jeunesse already as a partner, well, you might be, hopefully, that the mindset, accumulate that mindset that has helped many of us around the world create huge success for ourselves, our family, and also our teams. So without further ado, you know, I have to give my hats off to all the amazing people on this webinar. When Ivy talked about working together the last 4.5 years plus, well, it has been life-changing, and I'm so happy. And I've learned so much from her and her son about something so simple as just, we thought of a business, but what it has given herself in terms of, you know, being debt-free now, traveling the world in style, having given her son the vision to have the life that he dreamed about, to give him courage to pursue his dream as he saw his mom did. So what I'd like to do now is share how we did it. What are some of the keys to creating the success? So today I want to share with you, I have a little PowerPoint that I have called Stairs of Success. Well, why is it stairs? Why do we have a stairs walking up to the sky, to maybe a dream where we want to go? Well, you know, success, it is step by step. And many people have asked me, folks, now if you're new in this webinar, you know, just you're probably like just me, searching for how to be successful. Well, one thing about success is, you know, like some people, they come into Jeunesse, they get to be very successful very fast. Some people, it takes longer. But folks, let me tell you, it's okay, because actually what happened is that, we have to be prepared to be successful, and maybe through the ups and downs of life and our preparation in life, or our circumstances presently, it affects how we look at the business and how we climb up these stairs to success, is step by step by step. And USGS, US Global System, or US Global System, we're here to share with you how we did it with proven ways. So one thing though about success to start up is that, each of us defines success differently. When we start any business or any journey, anything we want to create, we have to first imagine it. We have to think about, we're going to have a dream. We have to imagine it. We have to imagine where we want to be, our goals, why we have our goals, or do we have certain purpose in doing Jeunesse? Like as Ivy mentioned, she saw opportunity. She wanted to provide more. She wanted to change her life. She's just tired of being sick and tired, wants something better for her son. Those are some of her goals and her dream. And now, it seems like, all of us can feel how she's transformed and what she's learned in her life to grow, that, becoming a diamond has, and having friends around the world, it's totally changed her outlook on life as a human being, but also, again, her sons and also her team and all the people that gets in contact with her in this business. So it's truly something amazing. So why is very important. Most of us, we want to maybe make a change. Like I said, maybe we are where we are, but we're not satisfied with it. We want more, or maybe we're so tired of it. Maybe like what Bev was saying, just going through the treadmills of life, or what Pastor Seal was saying, that we can. Most people just, they're alive, but they're not really living. So what is it? If it was up to you, it was really up to you. If it was a possibility, because dreaming is free. Is that, what do you want out of it? Think about that. It has to, for you to be successful, you got to know what you want. Now, it's very interesting. One thing is, we've heard that out there, they have the law of attraction, this law, that law, blah, 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 etc. Many theories or many things out there that people tell us that it's possible. But, I was one of those people who was, I made a lot of money in business, but also lost a lot of money in business. And if you tell me it's possible, I'm one of those typical skeptical people. But, sometimes, people say seeing is believing. But folks, let me tell you one thing, is you believe it first and then you will see it. So literally you can manifest what you want. And this is the thing, when Pastor Seal talked about being empowered, well, that's what it is about. Because let me just show you something. If you wanted something, we were going to go after something. Let's say you are working hard, you save enough money for a car, your dream car, or maybe whatever car you have now. If you think about that, you might go car shopping. You might not, just maybe try different types of car like Toyota, Nissan, Mercedes, BMW, whatever car that is. You might go out there. If you have no clear idea, it would take you a very long time to focus on what you want. And when you find the car, the make and the model of the car, if you want to, for example, like a Mercedes S-Class, you still have to think about what color, what options you want. And until you are clear of, you go try it out, test it out, feel the leather, smell the leather, test drive it, maybe you're still not clear of what you want. When you take that much time to fine tune it, well, by the end, you probably know what color you love and, what color, you want to see every morning. You get out of bed and go to a garage, look at the car. And maybe at the time though, well, the more you focus on it, the more you get it. And let's say, for example, you do get the car in a beautiful color that you want. And you probably, so you decide to take it for a drive, whatever car you have now. Well, what happened is that as you drive, all of a sudden, you notice there's many of the same make and model of the car on the street, and maybe even the same color as the car you have. Well, folks, what we see, what we focus on. That's my point. If you focus on something, then you will see it. So it comes from within, though. It's not like you see it before you believe it. Well, you have to think about it. You have to look for it. You have to take time to search for it in your head, to create the goals and dreams and purpose that you want through this business. then your mind automatically will see all the things that will bring you, that will come to you, that's available to you to help you reach your goal. That's that in a way, yeah, people say you can manifest what you think of. In a way, it's true because, well, if you don't know what it is, though, you won't see it for sure. If you do know it, you will see it, or you will see the path to lead you to get it. And that's the thing. See, most people, we're so busy every day that we never took the time off to think about what we really want. We just get into a job and maybe somehow casually we got there, our friends say it's good, our parents say it's good, our brother and sister say it's good, or, you know, hey, or maybe we just need whatever we need to make a living. Well, folks, but if you were going to work hard anyway, if you were going to spend your time and effort at a job anyway, well, at a job, you work for someone else's dream. Why not take the time to focus on what you really want for yourself, or maybe yourself and your family, or whatever purpose that you have in life? Well, focus, find a platform that can get you there. And many people have done it through Jeunesse. So if you focus on it, it will manifest because you will see, your mind will see the path that will lead you to where you want to go. So what is the journey you want? Okay, some people say, oh, I want a fast journey. Well, everybody's journey is different, but it's all for purpose. You know, I was talking with a friend of mine today, and she's saying, it seems so hard and it's not happening. And, you know, but I mentioned something to her that came to my mind. For the people who do great things in this world, if you ever notice them, if you ever study them, they've gone through a lot to get where they are. A lot. And maybe they even went through a lot before they even start to be successful. So, you know, that thought really came to mind because all the people I study, well, they went through a lot to get to where they are. And for whatever background they came from, and all sorts of background, you have successful people. But like, you know, they've gone through the ups and downs of life experiences, childhood experiences, and somehow something clicked in them. And at that point, that they were catapulted on the road to success. But it's never overnight, but it's rather definitely a journey. Maybe somehow the journey that we're all meant to go through, either fast or slow, we get to where we are. Well, yes, you can be fast and make a lot of money in Jeunesse, but that doesn't necessarily define success, because again, all of us define success differently. If you talk about impacting people's lives around the world, and that's what business is about. Business is actually about the more people you can help in this world, the more successful you will be, the more you will get what you want by helping other people get what they want. So if it was this journey, well, just understanding what you number one, what you want, but also understanding what other people want. Well, maybe we all could be successful. We could have been successful sooner if we knew that. So let's talk about that. Well, success, many things can define success. One thing is perspective, people, purpose, passion, all these things lead you to be successful. Perspective is about having that mindset, having, looking at something from a point of view. And the thing that comes to mind immediately is that I still remember when I was struggling at the very beginning of the business. I've been a retail store owner. I used to have 3 furniture stores. I was a real estate broker before. I was in real estate. I was an auctioneer before. I know how to market, I thought. But you know what? I still didn't have the right perception about this business that finally, when I did, my mind started to really open to learn. Many of us, and most of us, when we see something, we hear something, we see somebody talk, we question their credibility, we analyze what they're saying, and we trust or not trust, we make a judgment on what they're saying based on our maybe not necessarily successful experience in this business yet. That's right. Most of us do that. So when I finally decided, I really need to be successful, because I was in debt at that time. I said, I got to really open my mind instead of questioning. Because I start working with my friend Kim Hui. I've seen her make a lot of money before, help a lot of people. I mean, with incredible heart too. So I said, she's proven. Why do I need to reinvent? Why do I need to analyze? Why do I need to judge? Let me just open my mind and just receive what she's saying. Let me just go do it before I make a judgment if it's right or not, or if it worked or not. Because you know what? If she used that method, if through her mindset, her psychology, achieve global success, who am I to say, right? So now the next thing is the people. People in this is a people business rather than anything. You got to recognize the people in your business, so and also the people that get in contact about the product and the business and about the opportunity before they join you in this company. Because at the end of the day, what I figured out is not money that makes the world go around. It's actually the people with their passion, with their energy, with their excitement, with the creativity that actually creates business. So a lot of people get into business or whatever they do in life, they define success by purpose. Why? The purpose, what their life purpose is. And for those people who are more a little bit more in tune with their own existence, with their own humanity on this earth, well, yeah, they have a purpose. And if you think about it, we all have a purpose, but most of us are still searching for it. For those people who know their purpose, well, yeah, because if they see Jeunesse as the vehicle, well, they see their purpose. What else is there? Get in the car and drive and move forward. And that's a lot of people with passion. A lot of people love, socializing. A lot of people love meeting people and have that passion, that excitement, and the product work, and they love the process of making money or making money itself, or helping their family and friends, helping other people. Whatever that passion is. It's besides the purpose. Purpose is the thing that you will do in life. Passion is the feeling, the fire that you have to keep you going, the desire. Well, in Jeunesse, let's look at the perspective, the business model. Well, Jeunesse, Bev told the Jeunesse story brilliantly. $1 billion company in a little bit more than 6.5 years, in 100+ countries around the world, with owners who are proven. The management is proven. Randy, Wendy, Scott, and other people in management in Jeunesse around the world, they have a proven track record, and that's how, with their support in the back, with the administration, with the legal, accounting, shipping, customer service, sales effort and marketing effort, they have helped this company establish and build infrastructure all over the world successfully with the proven products that when people use, they talk because they work. That's the thing. One thing I realized getting into Jeunesse was when the product impact people physically, when they see themselves looking younger, their health is improving over time. They feel younger. And they start to dress younger, act younger. Well, the products are proven. The products talk. It makes the business that much easier. And I actually shared with somebody yesterday was that, if the products didn't work as well, we would not have gotten so big so fast. Well, that means it's proven. It's that simple. Use the product. Make sure you use a lot of it. So, if you want to see it working, you got to use more. The faster you get over the hurdle, the easier it is. And when it works, it's easy. When the products talk, you don't have to explain. And with this proven global opportunity, the company becoming $1 billion company, folks, people making money. That's it. So it's a powerful opportunity. Fastest company ever in direct selling to hit $1 billion a year. If you think about that. And also the leadership within the company and also in the field, like many of us around the world working together to build this business, the leadership is proven. And what is leadership is important in this business or in any business? Well, leaders, especially the true leaders, the entrepreneurs, it doesn't matter what industry, they have a vision and they can articulate it. That is leadership. At the same time, leadership, there's a whole study on what leadership can be. But the simplest way for most of us is to lead by example, become successful, help other people, and then pay it forward. That's leadership. That's how we can earn the trust among the people. We do it with an open heart. We do it the way we, with others people's benefit in mind. You know what? Other people cannot but gravitate towards you because you are a leader in their eyes. So what we have to do is, update our thinking about the business model. I was talking with somebody yesterday, and I just told them, what? Jeunesse is such an incredible model. It's like, before, I was in the retail business. I had physical stores, brick and mortar, right? And the rent was so much. I had to hire employees. I had to do everything myself. The most money got stuck with me in the business was for inventory. Well, times have changed. The business model has really changed. The Jeunesse, it does everything. Not most, all businesses, they have minimum 3 functions. First function is administration. That means the legal work, the accounting work, the customer service, the logistics, the stock, the warehousing, building infrastructure, offices around the world. That's administration. And also another section of a company is called the production of product and services. Okay, so then the third is marketing. In Jeunesse, we're in the industry of network marketing, so that we make money by marketing the opportunity and the products. That's what we do. But a lot of people, they still think network Jeunesse is like 30 years, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But folks, let me tell you, we live in the age of internet. That's why Jeunesse can grow so fast. Randy and Wendy, they're expert in building the infrastructures around the world. We've done that. And you know what? I just said to somebody yesterday that, if they can keep supporting us like this, wow, can you imagine? Because today, folks, the company is a big company globally, but we are a small company locally. Wherever locally you are, folks, the market is wide open for all of us. And here's the thing, by being in a team, being in a system, working together on the in USGS and with other leaders in Jeunesse, well, that's how we can leveraging each other, working together to build even more countries for each of our own teams individually. So folks, we got to update our thinking. That's the thing. We got to let go of everything we know and learn something new in this platform. So, well, a few years ago, I said, I want to be successful. I went to many classes, and one of the classes I went, they say, I'll give you the definition of financial freedom, because that's what most of us look for. But at the same time, it's not only financial freedom, but it's personal freedom, the time freedom, the ability to have more choices in life. So and this teacher told me, let me give you that definition of financial freedom. Definition of financial freedom equals passive income greater than your expense. Well, let's see. Passive income is something that the money will come in if you do nothing. Well, in Jeunesse, you do have to do something. We make leverage income. But if once we build it big, leveraging off of the efforts of thousands, hundreds and thousands of people, that income starts to look like passive income, because we do the same thing, but we make more money. Well, we do the same thing, but hopefully the right thing, following the system. Then we can make more of this income. So, it's very simple. So maybe I was thinking, a good way to put it is that when you look at this formula, we got to get in a business that leverage the efforts of other people. If not, if we just have a job, we're all limited resources. We only have 24 hours a day and 7 days a week, and that's all the productivity we can have. How to make the impact is not the time and effort that we put in, it's how we put it in. It's what type of effort and what kind of actions we use to create that leverage income and to help others do the same thing. The Jeunesse business model, that's what it does. So you know what? We can, but to be financially and personally free, we've got to increase our leverage slash passive income or decrease our expense. You choose. So for me, well, unlike most people, I'd rather have a good lifestyle. So I think my expense might go up. So you know what? Then I got to make sure I put a lot of effort to make more income. But folks, let me tell you, when I first started in Jeunesse, when I saw this formula, I decided to decrease my expense, because at the time I was an auctioneer. I decided to quit all my auction business, all my auction jobs at the auctions to do Jeunesse full time. And at the time, I was making about $3,000 to $4,000 a month at the auction business. But because working with Kim, I know she's gonna help me. She's already a millionaire. She can be very successful, and she has been in this industry. Her track record. She's my very good friend. She knows what she's doing. She knows how to create the system. I just say, you know what? I'll follow it. I know she will help me because she's my good friend. So I decided to quit my auction business to do full time. But then I remembered this formula. I decreased my expense. I was paying about $1,500 a month in rent, and then I downsized to a 1-bedroom for $450. That was a very humbling experience. If you can imagine that. I budgeted myself about $100 a week for food and gas and whatever expense I had. That's the budget I have because I need to conserve my expense, lower my expense. At the same time, I got to go very hard at creating that leverage income. Now, hopefully today, none of you are in the same situation I was, at the beginning of Jeunesse. But that's what I did. So, if you just keep in your mind, we can either lower expense or increase our income or both. And this is not active income. This is leverage or passive income that we want to increase, okay? So this is a concept that has really, opened my eyes, and this is how I live my life. So now, when we look at Jeunesse, well, Jeunesse is an incredible company, has a powerful website, has a suite of a back office. I mean, there's so many things in the back office to help us keep track of the business. The company have their own YouTube channel, actually 2 YouTube channels, the Jeunesse Global channel and the Longevity TV channel. Well, those for me is like the hardware. It's like this. It's like the phone. All those things are built for you. But what's important is what's in our brain, the software or the apps, how to run the hardware. That's very important, don't you think? Because look, why do people, some people make a lot of money, excuse me, in Jeunesse, make a lot of money, and some people make no money. But with the same companies, same compensation plan, same product. Why? It's how we think. It's the software. But if you think about that for a second, yes, that's so true. And you know what? When other people's making money, what's preventing you? Well, you just need to get on board and learn how to do it. And for some of you, you've been in the business for a little bit of time. While you're making money, it might not be where you want it yet. But the fact is, you are making money. That means what? How to double it, triple it, quadruple it? What can you do more? Or what have you done? Have you done everything according to what the system teaches you or guides you, or your leaders teach you? Or have you not done that? And so how do you get to the next level? And why is it up and down, up and down? How do you make it more stable? Question, reflect, because it is the company and everything. It is the hardware. It is the software that we need to change. And one thing I will point out today, I was sharing with some friends from Canada who were attending the Jeunesse University in Los Angeles. I was sharing with them is that many times we go into a new business using the habits that we have from other business or other parts of our life, but not open to learn the new habits we need to do in the new business. Yes, that's what happened to me. Because 10 years ago when I met Kim, I saw her become very, very successful. I tried part-time, and I'm like coming to the meeting, and people, and after meeting everybody leave. So how do you make the money? For me, when I look back, that was such a stupid question. Why? Because I was still in the mentality of retail store. In my retail store, I see people come to my store. I see them buy the furniture. I talk to them, earn their trust. They buy the furniture from me. I receive their check, ship the furniture. I get the rest of the money, and I make money. But Jeunesse, in this type of business, it's virtual business. It's online. The money's not only in the meeting, but outside the meeting. I'm thinking, wow, that was such a dumb way to look at how the business model is. Even though I can articulate what the business model is, I can talk it, but I still really didn't understand. So because I still was stuck in my old habits of thinking. So if anything today, folks, if you're on this training, wherever you are, if you're new to Jeunesse, trust me, if you want to be successful, it's here for you. But we got to put away our old thinking first, completely. And then watch and learn from other people who are doing it, what they are thinking, what they are doing. And just do it. Just do it, okay? And do it with them. And because they will do it with you. That's how USGS works. Now, in network marketing, we help each other succeed. And as Bev did an amazing job explaining so concisely the compensation plan. We only make money if we help other people build their business, through their marketing effort, teaching them what to do and what not to do, So network marketing, actually, people help each other up the stair. Well, in the normal workplace, we're trying to beat each other up to climb up the ladder, right? So we get the promotion rather than a coworker. Well, that's just different kind of workplace, all right? So this is a win-win. And folks, to truly be successful in business, it's always win-win. If we can help other people, for sure, we can win also. So the perspective is very simple because there's a cycle. The system, it puts you in the cycle. And once you get into the system, look, what is the system? it's about duplicating the effort that any one of us have a proven way to do it. It's about duplicating that, and collectively, we have leaders from all over the world who educate all of us. It doesn't matter what ranking we are. It doesn't matter how much we're learning. We're still learning from each other around the world. It never ends. How we get better, all the fun things and amazing things we can do in this business. That's leadership. Leadership is very important. A system, when we talk about system, well, it consists of people, events, and education. It's a cycle of things, but more importantly, the environment which we all can thrive in. If you can imagine when we're all young going to school, and it's a great environment to learn. We're not distracted. We go to class, the teacher is there, the teacher teaches us what to do. We go home, do the homework, practice. And over time, we got better and better and better and better. It's an environment. It's a safe environment, and it's a good environment to learn in. That's what the system is about. So a lot of people, they say, they join a business. Oh, I don't want them to go to the meeting. Oh, I don't know about the webinar. Oh, I don't want to put the time in. You know what? They're missing the whole point. It's like if you're a fish, if you're out of water, how can you thrive? Well, the water is good for the fish. That's what, in a way, the system is. System consists of all these amazing people around the world who are entrepreneurs, business owner, or they have a job, but they all want something. They all want more. They all have their own dreams, and that's inspirational. It's not about the success. It's about having that dream. It's like, for example, the Olympic this year. Every Olympic, it doesn't matter what country you're in, the local TV station, before they broadcast the Olympic event, they have a star athlete, and they go do a whole story on the athlete before the athlete comes on to compete. Why? Even if they don't win a gold, even if they don't win a silver, even if they don't win a bronze, what do these athletes want to do? They want to finish the competition. They want to finish the race. It's not about only winning the gold, silver, bronze. It's about just having that the inspiration is from the journey that they went through. What they have to do day after day after day of practice to put their body in such physical condition to go to qualify, compete so many times to qualify, working through all the aches and pains and injuries just to get to the Olympics. When they get that's already inspirational. So folks, success is all defined differently, but you got to get the environment. You got to be the inspiration. Just have that dream. That's the start, and let your dreams thrive within the system, among people who have the same thing, and through the experience of other leaders in this business. Wow, that's how we can be successful. Now, when you do a global business, you got to have some strategies on what to do. Why use the system? Well, for sure, there's no one can duplicate my friend Kim Hui. There's no one who can duplicate Samson Lee. Why? Well, it's not because me or her are any good, because each individual, every single one of us is different. How can we be a clone of the other person? We cannot. But you know what we can duplicate? We can duplicate a team of people, because in team there's a lot of the people who can all contribute whatever their gifts are in doing business or in life to the system, and helping each other, inspiring each other, working together to get to the next level. That's how we can be somebody we could never be individually, because we work as a team within the system. So I just want to give you some idea of, for example, if, because most people, they come in, they start working a business, and maybe the first week you go out there, you sponsor 2 people in the company, okay? And they're starting to work. Now, I don't care how many people you talk to, let me qualify. You might talk to a lot of people, you might sign up a lot of people either as customer or business partner, but I'm talking about 2 serious people. And let's not talk about 1 week. Let's say through all the people you sponsor, let's say only 2 serious people want to do the business this month in your organization that you sponsor. But what we want to do is, if they follow the system, if they want to move fast, that's where you need to invest your time. And you know what? You want to help them develop their business. Well, plug them into the webinar, watch a USGS YouTube, USGS official channel on YouTube, participate in the local event. Well, let's say we help these 2 people. We talk to them, ask about their contact, about what their dreams and goals and purpose in Jeunesse, and we help them share the business with their network, their friends, a family who are open. And let's say the next month, work very hard, but all the people that they sponsor, only 2 from each person's network decide to join Jeunesse, 2 serious people. So that's 4. And 4 next month, if we do the same thing, it's 8. Next month, we help these 8 serious people, start their business. Let's say we help them sponsor 2 serious people each, that's 16. Next month, 32. And next month, 64. Folks, the perspective is most of us will look at this. Wow, 1 month I'm sponsoring 64 people in my group. Hey, that's great. That's like more than 2 people a day that comes into my organization. You're thinking, hey, but when you look at the income, it doesn't seem a lot. So what's happening? But here's the thing. If you had used a system that, you let the webinar do the training, let the video do the training, let the events inspire them, let other people's stories inspire them, and some of these people start to multiply on their own. And again, these are 64 serious people. So next month, though, if they double, it's 128. And next month, 256, 512, 1,024, 2,048. Next month is 4,096. So by the 12th month, you might have theoretically 4,096 people working in your business. Folks, if that happens, if you did such a good job and if that's what, the numbers were perfect, you'll be way beyond diamond. But here's the thing, numbers are not perfect. And I don't want to give you numbers that are, I want to give you a reality of it. But let's say though, theoretically, all these people, we fail 90% in duplicating the system, in not plugging people in. We fail 90%. But you know what? If 400 people join your organization in a month, that's still okay. You're still making okay money. That's how it is. See, when we take ourselves out of the way, when we let our team members help our people, when we use the webinar and leverage other leaders who are more successful talk for us, we get ourselves out of the way. Wow, that makes it so easy. Let me tell you, that's when my business really started turning around. I was doing the old-fashioned way, but you know what? I want to use that Ferrari, and the Ferrari is the system. So look, the perspective is that this is this global business potential is huge. It is crazy. 130 plus countries and territories. Folks, when I first started working Jeunesse, I've never made some serious money in this industry ever. I'm like, I have no idea how much I was going to make. I mean, at the beginning, I didn't know all that I'm talking to you now, but through my experience, I'm thinking, wow, I got to diamond in about 2 years not because of one country, because I had teams in multiple countries growing up. And when many of them grow up at the same time, that helped me really boom, 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 go up. We can only do that using a system. Folks, at the beginning, we were traveling every month. I mean, many of us, when we were making money, were like month after month after month after month. We were doing 1 to 2 weeks average a month in traveling somewhere in the world. Even one time, I remember myself, I was out of the US for 6 weeks at a time. But nowadays, we still need to travel. Maybe just this Zoom webinar, it's amazing. And now we have so many leaders working together. It is so much easier for all of you out there now. So you know what? I would highly recommend your perspective, expand your horizon. This business, let me tell you, is bigger than all of us could ever dream it could be. I don't know how big Jeunesse will be years down the road, but the possibility, 130%, 130 plus markets around the world we can do now, and more down the road. And like I was saying earlier, we are big globally, but we are small in each individual market. So the upside is so big. You know what? It doesn't matter how long it's going to take. What if you knew for a fact that you can make a lot of money, maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, a huge money. I cannot promise you what it is, but what if it's a lot more than what you can dream of? What would you sacrifice today? What would you give up today? How much more time are you willing to put into Jeunesse that you have not done? That's the only question. Because if you knew for a fact that in the future you'll be making a large sum of money, why not make it sooner? Right? Make that investment today. It's just like compound interest. You make the investment today, down the road, it's going to be a lot bigger. All right? So you got to build momentum in this business. Building momentum, you got to work hard, like leverage events, use events to build, because events, you have a lot of people get excited, they learn more things. Also, their promotions, if it's a company event, like just at Jeunesse University, this month is a very important month for all of us, as many of us are chasing that free ticket to Orlando. The incentive trip ends July 31st. These events help us push momentum, get people excited, get people working. So, but what you got to do is you got to build momentum. You got to work hard. Your team got to work hard before the event. The event is like a catapult. It's like, it's a springboard. So if you have, get some momentum running toward the event, when you hit the event, boom, your business goes up because people get more excited and there's incentive to do more in sales. So use event promotions to chase the sales. But you know what you got to do at the end of the day? It's the people that build the momentum. It's the people. Work with the people in the system, the deserving ones, the people who are really sacrificing, the people who have a strong why. Maybe that some people, they have a strong why, but they have not activated yet. They start to take a little action, but they haven't necessarily jump out and get on fire yet. Well, your job is to get them in the system, light it up, share more stories with them, understand them more, work together with them more. You don't need a lot of people. You just need a few good ones. Okay, so focus on the people. Now, so in a way, in life, there's something to be said about having purpose, because purpose is something that that can drive us to be somebody greater than we ever thought we could be. And many of the most successful entrepreneurs or artists or business people, politicians, athletes, they all have a dream, they have a purpose. Even, for example, recently, world champion, one of the most famous boxer in the world, Muhammad Ali, passed away. His life was an example of how he could be the greatest. He said he's the greatest, but he's not boasting it, rather than making a statement that, you know what, he is living to be the greatest that he could be on a daily basis. And many of you in Kuala Lumpur heard me talk about this, or at a USGS Diamond Showcase in Kuala Lumpur last month, that you heard us talk about this. Well, be the greatest on a daily basis. And you know what? Even when you be the greatest, find the purpose. If you have a purpose, Muhammad Ali's daughter said today that, if he was still alive, he'll be out there, talking about world peace, because, there needs to be that in this world. So when we live by purpose, we can be somebody very great, and we can lead many people to their greatness. So one of the person that many of us look up to in the business world is this gentleman who started this company, who started this iPhone company called Apple. It used to be Apple Computers. And this gentleman, he had many things about him, but he actually, some people say he has a very old soul. He had some purpose. He saw an opportunity in computer where the power of the computer, if it was in the average person's hand, if that was available, it would change the world. He saw that. That was one of his purpose of starting Apple Computers. And over time, Apple Computers, it wasn't about computers, because Apple was about changing people's lives through technology. That's what Steve Jobs was driving to be the bridge to help people be more productive, have a better life through technology. That was his vision. And with that purpose, singular purpose, he created an incredible company. I just say it to you as just example to what purpose can mean for some of us. Now, many years ago, Steve Jobs, over time, the company got so big, they hit $1 billion in 6 years. Apple did. Okay, same as Jeunesse. What do you know? But at the time, it was getting so big, they hired an outside professional manager, a CEO, to come in. Well, it ended up that there was some disagreement. Actually, Steve Jobs got kicked out of Apple, or well, not kicked out, but he left Apple. He started another company, a computer company, and also a Pixar, right? The animation company. And later, while that CEO didn't work out, well, they invited him back. So he became the ultimate CEO and the visionary, because again, with any company that's great, you need a leader who can articulate the vision, like I said before. So at that time, when he came back, he thought, he got to reinvent Apple, because they lost sight of what they wanted, what they did. They lost the vision. So he went back to do some marketing, talk about something in life, about why Apple, what are the values of Apple, what can rally the people around Apple, what can attract the people, what can get people's attention. They made an amazing commercial, and I'm going to show that to you right now. Some of you have seen it before, but look, watch again and read the subtitles carefully, because it could change how you think. All right, so let me see if I can get started. Are you ready? Turn up the volume. Okay, watch out.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You can quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them. About the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. While some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Folks, powerful, powerful stuff. Think differently. Don't be like the average person, because you don't want the life of the average person, do you? Change the world. Be crazy, because you know it's the crazy people. It's the ones that stand out. It's the round pegs in the square holes, or what was it the other way around? That people take notice that you are somebody that is different, that is set to be somebody who make a difference in this world, rather than one of the sleeping zombies. So what is that purpose that you have? Think about that. Love that. So you know what? Have that passion, because purpose can bring the passion. You know, success is a journey. Discover your journey, discover your purpose, discover your passion, discover yourself. Ivy said that at the very end in her sharing, because learning and living the life that she never thought she could, and you know, it's not only for her, it's for all of us. Why not? If we can do it, why not you, right? Because all we did was we took an opportunity. We walked step by step, following somebody who's already successful, creating a system, working together as a group with leaders around the world, coming together to build this business called Jeunesse, and now $1 billion brand. Well, folks, we are just beginning, because again, we're a big global company, but we're a small local company in many markets around the world. It's your opportunity to grab whatever you see here. You know, today has been so exciting for me to share this information. Not many of you have seen this presentation, some of you have, but it's always good to relive it, to retell it at a different time with different stories, different experiences. So folks, you know, this is what the US global system is about. Sharing powerful knowledge to empower you. If all I said makes sense to you, well, it will make sense to many, many people. Folks, you know, it's been my pleasure and honor to be with you on this webinar today to share with you this information. Get back with the person who put you on this webinar. Get started with that, because you know what? We are on the march. We are enrolling people, you know, with or without you. Why not come together with us? And you know, if you see like what you see here, oh, trust me, there's so much more that there is, and there's so much more value that we can give, and so much more we can pay forward to other people. Well, thank you for your time. We have these webinars in English 5 times a week, you know, at different time zones, also in Cantonese, in Mandarin, Chinese, also in Bahasa, Indonesian, also in Spanish. So, you know what, get on board, find a schedule, plug in, and make sure you put some new people to, you know, some people who want something more in life, put them in front of a webinar, okay? And let them take a look, see if they like it or not, see if Jeunesse is for them or not. So today, thank you very much for your time. This is Samson Lee, signing off from Los Angeles, California. Take care, folks.
If you see something for yourself, get back to the person who shared this video with you. And don't forget to subscribe to future videos.